Hi, so today let's talk about life after narcissistic abuse. Life after narcissistic abuse isn't straightforward, should I say? But because you have to start healing, not only you, if there's children involved, they also need to go through healing. But having said that, life after you've left your abuser, a narcissist, is amazing. 2 years ago, I was living with a narcissist. I didn't know that they were a narcissist. I didn't know that there was manipulation going on. I didn't know that I had been love bombed. I didn't know anything about smear campaign. I didn't know anything about gaslighting. I didn't know anything about grey rocking, stonewalling. I didn't know why I felt anxious. I didn't know why I felt like someone was pressing down on my shoulders and there was nobody. It's all because of narcissistic abuse. So now, imagine now, when I left and when you leave, you won't feel that weight on your shoulders anymore. It's gone. Gone. You're free. The stress levels have gone down. They've gone down now. Why? Because they're not there. Just their physical presence has an effect on you. So now that you don't see them, but for a few days, you'll still be emotionally connected with them. I don't know how it works, but then it will just stop. It will be like I could equate it to when you lose a parent or when you lose a loved one. You start by hearing their voice, and then all of a sudden you can't. So now, when you've broken free from your abuser, you start, your thoughts now start to function as they should. You are able now to see what was going on. You're able to process the trauma. You're able to, if you're educating yourself, by the way, because you need to educate yourself about the thing that the narcissistic cycle that I've just spoken about, because without that knowledge, most things won't make sense, because now they've managed to make sure you've taken the blame for everything. So they've made sure that you feel like you are the victim. No, let me put it this way. You feel like they were a victim to you. You feel like whatever they were doing to you, it was you doing that to them. That makes sense? Right. So you walk around with shame, with guilt. You walk around thinking you've done something wrong. You walk around thinking maybe you overreacted. You walk around thinking maybe they were right. I mean, it sounds weird, but yeah, you probably think they were right in whatever they said. And so the other thing is, what happens after you've left narcissistic abuse is that you gain back your power. You are now in control. You can make decisions. You can now order the pizza if you wanted to, without somebody saying, oh, you're going to get fat or whatever. An abuser will just find something to dampen your spirit. And narcissists especially. So life after narcissistic abuse is wonderful because now you can live again. You can go out in the world and experience the world. Because before you were like a caged bird, now you can if it's a weekend, depending with how your circumstances are at the moment, you can go out and experience life. Going to different towns, explore, see sights, eat, eat ice cream, eat whatever you wanted to eat before that you couldn't eat. I mean, that is if your finances allow you to. Take the kids out, day trip for no reason, because you can. You're now out of that abuse. Because when you're in an abusive situation, you're not allowed to, you're not even happy most days, most times, all because of what is going on. I mean, the control noose will be so tight on your neck that you cannot even do anything. I mean, there's no wiggle room around you to do anything. So now that you are free, you can bake, get some flour, ingredients, and bake a cake. Bake bread. I like baking bread, so I could talk more about baking bread. It's just wonderful. Life after a narcissistic abuse is wonderful in a weird way. It's wonderful in the sense that now you can start rebuilding your life. If you're not working, you can now look for a job. You can manage your finances. You can buy your kids stuff without even having to consult somebody. You can, there's no one to ask. Like, is this okay? Because obviously you'd live like that, having to ask for their opinion and for them to say, no. So yeah, it's amazing. It's liberating being free from narcissistic abuse. Your kids will just start flourishing. You start thriving. Although some days you feel like, oh my God, how did I let those people, how did I let one person control me, overrule me? How did I not even see their manipulating tactics? How did it take me so long to even master the courage to leave? Yeah, you have days like that, but then it's part of the healing process. You will be able to do a budget. I spoke about finances before. You'll be able to just sit down and do a budget. Manage your finances the way you want. If it's your child's birthday, you can just plan based on the finances you've got, and nobody's there to criticize or to. You don't have to convince somebody if what you're planning to do is okay or not, which would have been often the case, that they will just say that doesn't make sense. And then you wonder, so what makes sense? They don't have a clue. They don't have an idea, but they're just like, on your parade. Yeah, so life after narcissistic abuse is, you won't be the same person that you were before the abuse, but you've come out stronger. So you are able to go for it. You are able to navigate life. Now you can see people differently because you've educated yourself about this abuse. Your kids will always be thanking you. They'll be grateful for, because they can feel the difference as well. They can feel that things have changed. Well, not the kind of difference where they can see that wherever the parent is no longer there, but the kind of difference where everyone is just like, we are free. We can exhale now. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, they'll be so grateful for the decision that you've made to set yourself and their lives free. If you're on your own, you would thank your younger self or yourself from 6 months ago or from a year ago, from whatever time period you decided to leave narcissistic abuse. So it is your mental health will get better, your physical health will improve, you'll be able to take that skipping rope and skip without somebody hiding it from you. You'll be able to exercise without somebody interfering with the exercise. You'll be able to wake up at 5 a.m. and go downstairs if you want to meditate without somebody coming downstairs as well 5 minutes after you're gone, and then you're wondering, this is 5 a.m., where are you going? It'll be obvious. They're just checking on you because you don't even realize you are under surveillance most times. So yeah, life after narcissistic abuse is rewarding, it's fulfilling, because you've set yourself free. It's just like you've landed in a fresh country, in a new country. So there's so much to deal with, but at the same time, it's a good kind of dealing with things, because you're like, oh, okay, so what is this? Okay, and say if you move out and you've moved into a new home and you haven't got anything. I mean, you're starting afresh, right? After narcissistic abuse, you sort of like feel, oh, am I going to manage? Or this it's an anxiety that is good. You're like, I want a bed, I want this, I want a wardrobe, I want this and that, like to furnish your home. But you're also like happy that you are doing things for yourself without being criticized, being mocked, being put down, without anybody watching you so that they can talk about you. Yeah, it's just wonderful. It's just amazing. So that's my take on life after narcissistic abuse. I am 2 years in after I left my abuser. I survived it. Thank God for that. And now I can talk about it. And I hope this gives you hope. I hope this helps you to see that it's actually good being out. With that said, take care of yourself. I love you. Bye bye.